Well, hello everyone. It is Friday, August the 21st, and that means it's time for your status chat. But before we get into the numbers from the Holy Grail of post-corona things when I started this whole process, before we look at these numbers, I'd like to look at some numbers, other numbers. Let's look at some market indexes. Well, the market summary, Dow Jones, is, and I'll put a chart up for you so you can see it instead of my face. We are right now, according to this internet search, we are sitting at 27,882 and 0.85. We don't want those 0.85s to get away from us. So it's not quite where we were at the absolute pre-corona peak, but it's doing well. And the pre-corona peak looks like it's about 29,100. So we're not far. We're not far off of where we were beforehand. They're trying to hold us back, but we're just not getting it done. We're a nation of workers, and that's what we are. It's going to be good. Now, I want to go forward. I want to look at the NASDAQ. That's the over-the-counter stocks. And I want to put the over-the-counter stocks, we'll put that at 5 years. That's long enough for them. And we see that right now, as of this moment, we're at 11,284.31. Don't want to miss those 31s either. All right, so we are actually above where we were when Rona started. When Rona started, the previous peak was in February. It looks like around 14th or so, mid-February, and that was at 9,000. So earlier this year, the previous peak this year was 9,700. We are now at 1,100. We're coming back. Our spending coming, and I'll put another one up here. I want to show you this. Now we had in the previous status chat, I showed you an internal slide where we had from Goldman Sachs and the money people, and they said this was going to be a down and right back up sharp V. It looks like we're still trying to pull that off. Now we are affecting some jobs and we're affecting some long-term commitments and things like that, but we are doing our dead level best to restore our life to the bounty it had before this Chinese virus came in and kind of tried to take the wheels off the economy. So we're doing pretty good. Now the question is this the week we reverse those trends? And you know what we got to do right now? Dell Delbridge, Benchmark Realty, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. If you're currently unrepresented and would like to know how to compare up to 3 properties side by side, room by room, then go over to my new YouTube channel, subscribe while you're there, watch the demo. Afterwards, get with me and we'll set up your exclusive account today. Well, thank you for that. Hopefully that wasn't too bad. Now, it looks like our markets are beginning to come back. I know we've taken on some debt. Most of us have taken on some debt, and we'll make that back. We'll fix it. We'll get over it. It may take a little time to recover, but we're going to get back. And I feel good. I mean, this morning I went outside on the back porch, and it was like I want to say 72. I don't remember. My thermometer may not be great, but just a few seconds ago, I checked at 76 outside. It was a cool, beautiful morning, and the grass was green, and the birds were singing. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard not to be a little positive in the midst of all this. But I felt good. I just enjoy sitting out there on the back porch drinking my coffee. Now, maybe you don't have a back porch. We might be able to find you one if you'll get with me. The charts, we see things are coming back. I think it's hard to keep a good man down, and it's hard to keep good people down, and it's hard to keep a good nation down. And we're doing good, even in the midst of all of this. We're still, I think, doing good. So let's get to the numbers. Last week we had a decline in inventory of 69.25 in the actives, and we saw an increase of 49.02 in the under contracts, the active under contracts. What active under contract is that's one it's spoken for, but technically they're still showing, so they're showing it for possible backup offers or in case the financing goes through, or if somebody who's got just reluctant just to press forward and get that thing finished up and done. Now, we had a ratio of 71%. Now, is this the week it all turns around? Because, a lot of this is confidence driven. How secure do you feel in your job and your income? Do you believe we're coming back? Do you believe we're getting back to normal? How do you feel about this? How is your confidence? What is your mental state? And unfortunately, the numbers this week are continuing along the old trend that they were since Rona started, lower inventories, and they're coming under contract pretty quick. So we have a 68.92, which is a further decline in actives in the system, less inventory, but we also compensated by having a little less on the active under contracts at 48.89. And that, but it keeps the same ratio of 71%. So really, there's not an amazing trend from last week, except our markets are doing good. And I just, don't be depressed. Don't feel down about it. Start thinking about whether or not you're going to have a deep fried turkey this year, or if we can get back to having an oven roasted, and the important things in life, which is whether or not who's got grandma's old fruit bowl. The fruit bowl that had the queen, it looked like a bathtub with the Queen Anne's legs on it. Our family had two of them. I happened to get one of them because hey, I'm just a lucky man. But I don't like to put the little marshmallows in my fruit salad. Some people do. That's something else we get to talk about. So I'm pumped. This week I'm feeling good. It's a beautiful day. The cooling of the weather I don't know, just puts me in the mood. Appreciate you watching. We're going to get through this. Just you wait and see. I promise you, we're going to get through it.